Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, 5th day of June, 28th day of Iyar. Here we go. We better start talking about Shavuos. It's less than a week away now, and some things for you. First of all, is Shavuos the holiday of cheesecake? The answer kind of sort of is no. Um, Everyone just makes a whole huge deal about cheesecake on Shavuos, but let's go back to where it really starts, so we can sort of pin it more to its source. There is a custom mentioned by a lot of different rabbis to eat some dairy foods on Shavuos. And the short answer is that because there's a custom to eat dairy on Shavuos, and cheesecake is just a very popular, very delicious dairy food, it's become one of the popular things that people serve. But there's no such thing as cheesecake having been designated as the food of Shavuos. That's just how people have developed it over the last years. But really, there's just a custom to eat some dairy on Shavuos. Here's some of the reasons for it. One reason given is because when the Jews on Shavuos received the Torah for the first time, they, suddenly were plunked upon by a whole bunch of laws that had to do with shechita and how to properly slaughter meat and how milk and meat cannot be mixed together. And make a long story short, they didn't have really a lot of availability to make meat available that day for themselves because they had to learn shechita and get kosher pots and everything. And so they had to have the simplest of foods, like dairy type of foods, on the holiday of Shavuos. And we commemorate that event by having dairy on Shavuos, at least at one meal or something. And then cheesecake became that one of the popular dairy foods. That's one reason. Another reason given is because the word chalav has the numerical value of 40, and Moshe was up on Har Sinai for 40 days. So chalav being milk, again, is an allusion to dairy being eaten on the holiday of Shavuos. Another reason given is because you may not know this, but the day that Moshe was drawn out of the water was the 6th of Sivan. And on that 6th of Sivan, Moshe refused to be nursed by any of the Egyptian ladies, and hence his mother was called into the picture, and she ended up nursing him. And in memory of Moshe not being willing to nurse milk from any of the Egyptian ladies, we commemorate that kind of by having some dairy meals on Shavuos, and again, cheesecake is a popular dairy food. Another reason given is because one of the important things done on the holiday of Shavuos, the way the Torah describes it, is shtei halechem, 2 loaves of bread. 2 loaves of bread. We would like to commemorate that, and one of the ways to commemorate that is to have a dairy meal and a meat meal, because that way you can't continue the same loaf of bread for both meals, because once a bread is used as a loaf at a meat meal, you wouldn't want to continue and have it at a dairy meal, and vice versa. So having a meat meal and a dairy meal makes it that you're going to have 2 loaves of bread, which helps us commemorate the shtei halechem, the 2 loaves that were brought on the holiday of Shavuos. So dairy again comes into the picture there, hence cheesecake. But no, so the short answer is there's no special mitzvah for cheesecake on Shavuos, just for a custom for dairy, and cheesecake's just a delicious dairy food. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.